I am a math consultant is my title.
What's a consultant?
A consultant is somebody that helps other people out. So even though I'm working with you for a little bit, I'm really actually working with your teacher. Because I've heard you guys have been doing some number talks. And so she just wanted to see how I do them and see if she can find things she likes or if she sees things I do and says, I wouldn't do it that way. Because that happens sometimes too. But we're going to do something today called a number string. A number string means I'm going to give you several problems and you're going to solve those problems, but sometimes the first problem might help you solve the second problem. Okay, so we're going to try that first. So, when you have an answer, how do you tell me that you have an answer? Do you have a signal that you use?
Razor.
What's your signal?
You raise your hand.
You raise your hand when you have an answer. Okay. Today what I want to try is I want to try to have you use your thumbs. So that way our hands aren't in the way of the board. Okay?
That's what we
Do you use thumbs sometimes too?
do. Yeah, and raise our hand.
So today let's start with our thumbs and I might have you raise your hands later, okay? So let's practice it first so I know we all have it. So let's put our thumbs right here. Alright, here's the first one. Are you ready?
I know this. What's that? What? 1 plus 1. That's 11. What? It is not.
Thumbs on your chest. Now I want some answers that people have out there. What's an answer to this question? Who has an answer? What do you think the answer is?
What's the statement?
Just a sec. I don't know everyone's name, so it's okay. I'll just point. What do you think? You think the answer is 2. Who has another answer that they think might go with this problem? So the first answer we got was 2. What do you think?
11.
You think it might be 11.
I know. It's 11. 1 plus 1 is
Oh,
2.
we'll get to that in just a second. Any other answers? Anything different than 2 or 11? What do you think?
What?
You think it's 1.
What?
Okay. Any other answers? What do you think, sir?
3.
You think it's 3. All right, I'm going to stop right there. So here's the important part. We know right now that we don't all agree. Is it okay if we don't agree?
I agree with that. It's
It is.
11.
It is okay if we don't agree.
It's 11.
We're going to talk about that in just a second. It is okay if we don't agree. But in the end, there is a right answer. One of those answers is correct and is right. So this is really important. I need you to do. This is really hard in kindergarten. And your teacher tells me you're the best kindergarten, so I want to see you do it. Okay? In just a minute, I'm going to tell you the right answer. And if you have the right answer, you can't do this. Yes! Because the people around you who got the wrong answer will feel sad. And if you got the wrong answer, you can't do this. Ugh, I got it wrong again. Because then you're not going to be ready to learn. That's right. So I'm going to give you the right answer, and you're going to show me how great of a kindergarten class you are, and we're not going to make any comments. Okay? I'm going to write the answer on the board. No comments. We're just going to watch it. Here we go.
I already know that.
That's all right. Thank you so much for keeping quiet, because here's our next point. If you would like to change your answer or change your thinking, you can do that at any time. We call that revising your thinking. Okay? You can revise your thinking at any point in time. The answer to this is 2. 1 plus 1 equals 2. Or 1 plus 1 is the same value as 2. So I want someone who got 2 as their answer to tell me how they got that answer. Who got 2 and can tell me how they got it? You shared 2 with us at the beginning, didn't you? Tell us how you knew it was 2.
I know.
Just a second.
I know. So like when you got another one makes like 2.
Can somebody repeat what he just said? I can repeat what he said. Did you hear what he said?
I know because my friend.
Well, I want what he said. Did you hear what he said? What did he say?
1 plus 1 is 2.
Let's all do that together with our fingers because that's how he did it. Ready? 1
10.
plus 1 is, let's do it one more time. Ready? 1 plus 1 equals 2. How many fingers do we have up?
2.
2. Let's separate them. How many are over here?
1.
How many are here?
1.
And 1 plus 1 equals
2.
equals 2. Now I have a question for someone who might want to revise their thinking. I heard a couple people say 11.
That was David.
And I heard you say 11 earlier too.
How you come?
I know. And is it okay if we're wrong?
Yes.
It is okay if we're wrong. That's how we're going to learn. I'm happy that people are actually wrong. That sounds really weird. But if you're wrong, you have a chance to make it right and to learn something new. Somebody who got 11, why did you think it was 11? And that's a really common mistake that's made, so I want to talk about that. Why did you think it was 11?
Because 2 plus 1 plus 1 equals 2.
The number 11 looks like this, doesn't it? Is that the number 11?
Uh-huh.
So I want you to turn and talk to someone next to you in just a moment, okay? What's different about 1 plus 1 than the number 11? Why are they different? Turn and talk to someone next to you.
Can I do it to you?
Mm-hmm.
Because the ones are wider and there's a plus between the ones. Different than 11.
How is that different than 11?
Because the ones are more separated and there's a plus between them.
There's a plus between them.
Just 11. All right, I need you back up here.
I can't talk to him.
That's okay because I'll let you talk right now. How's that sound? All right. What's different about 1 plus 1 than in 11? What's different?
Because 11 has 1 plus 1 together instead of apart.
Oh. So let's look at that. 1 plus 1. Is there a 1 here?
Yes.
Is there a 1 here?
Yes.
But what is it asking us to do to those numbers?
Put them together.
Put them together. But in this one, you said
That-
this 1 and this 1 are just already together without a plus sign, right? So 11 is a number. 1 plus 1 is asking us to do something to put some numbers together. All right, so knowing that, okay, we're going to move on to this next piece here. I'm going to give you another question. I don't because I want to leave that on the board. Not right now. Maybe you can share with the next one. So here's your next question. Thumbs ready? Here we go.
What is that?
When you have the answer, put your thumb on your chest.
Why not?
I am looking for some answers again. Who has an answer to this question? What's your answer, sir? Okay, let's get rid of our old answers. So you're saying 3. Okay. Are there any different answers out in the room? What do you think, sir? 21. Okay. Other answers out in the room? What do you have?
100.
All right, I'm going to stop right there.
100?
Hold on just a second.
I knew I was. What is 100?
Hold on just a second. I'm going to do something that I call a teacher timeout.
See what it's true.
I'm going to do a teacher timeout. I want to talk to your teacher for just a moment. Okay? And you can listen to everything we say. None of it's a secret. So what happens a lot, especially in kindergarten and first grade, is that sometimes we might agree with a number, but we want to share. And so we start to get a lot of numbers that start to get out there. When that happens, cut off the sharing of answers and focus it back to the right answer. Don't even allow people to start to explain some of the really crazy answers. So if that happens, just shift back to the right answer and really focus in. Otherwise, they will go on that tangent for a very long time.
Sometimes we do.
And it can happen when it rolls forward. All right, so I am going to give you the answer this time from this list. And I want you to think about something for me. how the fact that we know 1 plus 1 equals 2 helped us find out the answer to 2 plus 1 equals 3. How did we know that? What about 1 plus 1 equals 2 or 1 plus 1 is the same value as 2 helped us go down to this one? Who can help me out and tell me how they think they know that?
I did that.
How did that help you? All right, let's listen to this gentleman over here, and I'm going to have someone repeat what he says. Okay? Okay, so I want everyone to listen because I'm going to ask someone to repeat. All right, go ahead. What do you think?
So, since 1 plus 1 equals 2, if you just count 1, 2, 3, that's how you get it.
Who can repeat what he just said?
Guess what? I counted it. Okay.
Who can repeat what he just said? What did you hear?
You know, I'm the one who said that. I didn't say that. I said
And then he counted on his fingers. Can you count for me? 1, 2, 3. So let's look at that one. Everybody get your fingers ready. Let's put 1 on this hand and 1 on this hand because that's what this gentleman back there did for us earlier. 1 and 1 make 1 and 1 make
2.
But now, what do we have this time?
21.
We have 1 more.
21.
So now let's count them. Ready? 1, 2. Let's count this side.
3.
1 and 2 and 1 make 3. Let's count these sides again. Ready? 1, 2. Let's count this side. 1. And now let's put them together. 2 and 1 make 3. Okay, I'm gonna have you hold on for just a second. I'll talk to your teacher really quick, and then I have to head to another classroom. She's finishing something over the back. So one of the things that happens, especially also with kindergarten, it's very hard using the symbols yet because the symbols are still very new. Oftentimes they don't move to symbols really early. It's quick images that then later match to symbols. And then, as you also saw in kindergarten, there's a lot more lesson that happens through the number talk versus that will happen at other grade levels. So you'll morph something into, maybe what you wanted was conversation about this mental math piece, but it turns into a quick lesson where you start to really engage and interact, because otherwise you can't keep the focus for as long a period of time. So you kind of morph it to that, sometimes move somewhere else, and then kind of morph back to a little bit of a lesson.
So I think I was thinking of number string. I didn't realize that it was equations. I thought I could use quick images, like if I have like a 10 string and a top row filled in 2, and then maybe the next one I show has that top row.
Yes, you could do a number
With
string
4
with
and 2.
quick images and put those together.
I think that's more what I was thinking. I didn't realize that we were jumping into equations.
Nope, that's okay. Not a big,
But
it's
they
not a
did
big
pretty
deal.
good for first time with equations.
Yeah, I think they did too. But you are, so with that, you're right. You would show a card. I would show it. What's sometimes is nice is to show an image, show a second image, and then put the 2 images together.
Okay.
So that it's not new images, it's now I want you to combine these 2. And then they have conversation about that they're being combined. You start to then introduce that plus sign, and then that's how the signs get introduced into that process.
Okay.
Absolutely. So, not a problem.